Michael Hernandez here of MLH Media, and I'm here today over in the dethroned base location in Clovis, California with my man, Christian Avalos, the Land Shark, A1 Combat Lightweight Champion. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. Camp is going well. Taking it one day at a time. Feeling good, man.
Yeah, how are you feeling going into this championship defense? You were able to win that championship belt kind of in semi-home territory over there in Lemoore at Tachi. What were the emotions and everything following and now looking back at it a couple of months after the victory?
To be honest, it doesn't feel any different. I've been the champion for a long time now. My whole amateur career, went undefeated and I got the belts. So it felt like the same feeling again, just becoming the champion again. It's at a different level now, So yeah, I look back at it now and it's like, damn, I did all that. But yeah, I just have another belt right there.
Yeah, do you feel like your journey sometimes is like kind of like how you said, been like a little bit of a rocket? Because like it felt like all of a sudden, like in terms of A1 combat, you just seem to be in that lightweight title picture right there. And then it was the Anthony Figueroa the title fight. What were the thoughts when everything got scheduled at first and you were actually, everything was locked and loaded and ready to go?
To be honest, I had seen him fight before I wanted to fight for the belt or whatever. I seen him fight and I seen, oh, that's the guy I want to fight next, I didn't know I was going to fight him, but when I got the call and they told me, I got bad news and good news, your opponent pulled out, but we got a better fight for you, I was like, hell yeah, man, give me that fight, you know what I mean? So I was ready for that opportunity, so I just ran with it, man.
And originally it was supposed to be Alejandro Sanchez, correct? But he vacated the belt, and now you're the A1 Combat Lightweight Champion. You got Justin Cornell as your first challenger to the belt. What are your thoughts? You were over there at A1 Combat 19 in person to watch his fight against Lucas Martino. And what were your thoughts about that fight and watching it in person? It was a slugfest.
Yeah, it was a close fight, to be honest. So it was like back and forth, even though he had the pressure on him and. I wasn't too impressed though, to be honest. I wasn't impressed with that performance. He ain't gonna be able to do that against the Land Shark, and he's gonna find out real soon, yeah.
What were your thoughts a little bit talking to him after? He kind of said that he was happy to get someone to kind of stand and bang with him in that fight. And you've been known as someone that can dominate both on the ground and kind of been able to put your power on guys as well in the lightweight division. What are your thoughts about this kind of matchup for you in terms of a striker, someone that likes to be on the feet?
This is probably going to be my first opponent that I'm going to be able to display my stand-up, my striking. It's evolved so much over the past years, and I haven't had a chance to show it. So, man, I love this opportunity to be able to showcase my skills against an opponent like him, who I feel like he's not going to grapple me, and he's going to stay on his feet. So we'll see how that goes for him,
On this A1 Combat card, it's not only you over there from Dethrone, but you also have Chris Paez making his professional debut. What are your thoughts about that? Another former 559 fights champion going into the A1 Combat cage.
Man, I'm excited for him. He's come a long way. I've been training with him since his first amateur fight, and he's grown a lot. I've taught him a lot of things, and we always going back and forth. We get a lot of training together, so I love him, have him around. He's a good partner of mine.
Yeah, you guys have been training. He said it even in your guys' interview a little bit earlier that it was originally you, your brother, Paez, and a couple of other guys when Dethrone kind of first started back with the fighter camp, and now he said it's like a full circle moment. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, now it's grown, This gym is packed with so many potential, so many talent, a bunch of different bodies, man. So I love it here. Every Thursday we get a bunch of different gyms coming over and sparring, and this is kind of the place to be at now. This is the best gym in the Valley, I'd like to say. So,
speaking about the Valley and speaking about championship belts, you were saying that, obviously having a very decorated amateur career, a lot of that in the Central Valley with 559 fights. Can you kind of explain into words what you thought about the whole A1, the partnership, and now obviously you're fighting for A1. You had a obviously very successful career with 559. You're seeing a couple of guys come over from that 559 promotion into A1. What are your thoughts about the whole partnership?
Man, I love it because back in the day we didn't have a lot of promotions that come around the Valley, for us fighters to get a better record and to elevate our game, But now that A1's coming around, it gives us all the opportunity to build our records, build our names, and actually get more fights going on throughout the year. You know what I mean? And it's good for the fan base and it's good for the Valley in general. MMA is growing around here and people are starting to recognize.
Yeah, somebody that you had a little bit of a running into after your championship when Uriah Faber, he's going to be making his return to the cage, taking on Jeff Glover in the grappling match in the main event over there. What are your thoughts about that and him being over there kind of on the same card as you? Did you ever think growing up that you possibly would be on the same card as Uriah Faber?
I never thought about that. I always seen him on television, you know, growing up watching MMA. But to be on the same card as him, it's amazing. It's like a dream come true. I'm going to be right underneath him, except mine's going to be a MMA fight and his is a jiu-jitsu combat match. But, you know, it's still a great opportunity because he's going to have a lot of eyes on him and put some of that spotlight on me. You know what I mean?
And you obviously over there, Visalia Convention Center, a place you know very well and some place that you've had some success in the past. What are your thoughts about just being able to go back to an area like that? Visalia, I know it's a little bit a ways from your home in Parlier, but it's kind of been a second home to you in a sense, right?
Yeah, it has been. I've been there so many events, even just watching and coaching to fighting. It's like home to me. It's gonna feel like nothing different. I'm just ready to go in there, and I'm probably gonna get flashbacks while I'm there, you know, backstage because I've fought there so many times, but it's all good. I'm ready for that, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be like different memories are gonna be hitting you. It's gonna be an experience for sure. What are your thoughts now? I know that this has been a long road for you to get into a kind of like how you said, get into a promotion that is promoting you like how A1 Combat is. It's on UFC Fight Pass. It's getting a lot of exposure. Has been picking up a lot in the recent years. And now you're the champion of it. Your record has steadily been progressing, now 5-1 in your professional career. What's next for Christian Avalos if you're able to capture that victory come May 25th?
Once I capture that victory, I'm just ready to fight again, you know. If they offer me another fight, I'm ready to take it. I'm not gonna be sitting around and waiting for, you know, to pick any fights. But if the UFC wants to give me the call, then I'm ready to step in on a short notice or whatever. I'm gonna stay ready, you know what I mean? So the Contender Series is next, or we'll defend the belt as many times as we have to until we have to vacate it and go somewhere else.
Would you want to go back over to Tachi possibly?
Yes, I'd love to go to Tachi. Yeah.
A little bit of history over there at Tachi Palace back in the day, right?
I fought there as an amateur, and I said it after my last amateur fight, I'm gonna fight for a professional belt here, and that's what happened, and that's, you know, I just spoke it into existence, man.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that story. I don't know if you remember telling me that, but you said after your win, you had said, you know, not in the interview, but after you said, I'd said I was gonna win a belt here one day, and you were able to accomplish that dream. So a possibility of retaining that championship belt in the Visalia Convention Center, an area obviously that a lot of people in the 559 Fights team, the Dethrone team have had success in. A couple of guys are looking to have that same success come Friday, May 24th, 559 Fights 105. I believe you have 3 teammates on that card. Are you pretty excited about watching that all unfold? Are you going to be there in person? I know you got a big championship fight the next night.
I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to show up. I'm going to have a room there, I believe. So if I have the room there, I'm going to stay there and watch the event and get my ass to bed as soon as possible, you know, just go and rest. But I'll be enjoying the fights.
So just a couple of last questions here for you, Christian. I know that obviously you're going to get that work in. You got the hand wraps on right as we're speaking, so I know you're excited to get on the mats and get to work. But I know that you're a very busy man outside of the cage. Not only do you have this as your job, you're a professional fighter, but you also do a little bit of remodeling and kind of painting to houses, which is obviously a very exhaustive job. Did you kind of want to give the fans a little bit of delve into that and possibly if they needed those services, where to go to?
Yeah, man, it could be exhausting, you know. We work a full-time job. It's a hard labor, so we're moving all day, constantly burning calories. And then we come over here and train. It takes a lot out of your body, you know, and obviously having a family, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you all have families. It's pretty tough to balance it out, but I'm planning to take a few days off before my fight just so I can rest well and cut the weight properly like I have to, and everything seems to be going good right now. We're on track, so we're ready to go. Yeah, and you guys can contact me on Instagram at the Avalos Remodeling page. We do a bunch of home renovations. Pretty much anything you can think of, we can do it.
That is true. I've seen both you and your brother. You guys painting. You guys are breaking down cabinets. You guys are cleaning places out. You guys are doing it all over there at the Avalos remodeling.
Roofing to stucco to tile to showers to cabinets to everything.
Would you say that's kind of the biggest challenge for you, is being able to balance that professional work life that you have right there?
Honest, it is, because you got to focus. You got to switch the focus every time you go to work, and then you come here and you got to switch the focus, you know, instead of just focusing on one thing throughout the whole day. Eventually, that's my plan. Once I get that call, the call that I want, and just focus on this, you know. I don't have to do so much of that anymore. That'll be a side job, and this is my real job, you know?
Yeah, no, both you and your brother have obviously been putting in a lot of work in both sides of things. When is a possibility that we could see Stillmatic back in that cage again? I know he was over there at the at A1 Combat 18 or 17, I believe. What are your thoughts about that?
He told me he wants to get back in August, so that's what we're hearing. So summertime, yeah, he wants to get another one in.
Yeah, possibly going to be. I know last time in August it was over there at Tachi. Was A1 Combat went over there to Tachi. Yeah. Possibility that we could be seeing that back again, man.
If they come back around that time, then let's get us both on the card. I don't see why not, unless I get that call. You know?
Hey, I feel like you're manifesting, you're putting it into the air, and especially with the successful title defense over there at A1 Combat 21, it's going to be hard for these matchmakers over there at the UFC, Dana White, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, all them. They're going to have a tough time being able to deny you, man. Is there anybody else that you wanted to give a thanks to in the lead up to this camp? I know there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people that support you, a lot of sponsors, a lot of coaches. Anybody you want to thank in particular?
Just want to thank the whole team here at D-Throne. Very blessed to be here and be training with the young up-and-coming prospects. And Coach Mike has been my day one coach. Been 9 years in this game. And, you know, I got my Muay Thai coach over here, Gil, and my boxing coach, Rudy Cruz. We've been working hard this camp. And, man, all I can say is that I've evolved. And y'all are going to fucking see that May 25th. We're coming. Another first-round finish, because that's all I do. I don't come to play. I come to take it all.
Hey, my man. Well, you have done that in your time at the Tachi Palace. 2-0 over there with 2 round finishes. Possibly looking to take that over there to the Visalia Convention Center and work that same magic over there, my man. Michael Hernandez of MLH Media, and we are going to be signing out over here at the D-Throne Clovis location with Parlier's champion, the man himself, the land shark, Christian Avalos. Hey, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, thank you, my man.